Welcome Trinidad and Tobago to our News 4 report, a product of the Government Information Services Limited and the Ministry of Communications. I'm Nicola Barreto. Let's take a look at the headlines. Outpatient care to become more accessible at nation's hospitals. The Prime Minister's Christmas toy drive rolls into several communities throughout the country. And a glimmer of hope of 419 recipients in Tobago. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister the Honourable Kamla Bissessar is said to be pushing for outpatient care at the nation's hospitals to be more accessible. This as she announced the construction and refurbishment, or that should be refurbishment, of several clinics at the hospitals across the country.
These children get some joy and a reason to smile. These faces tell the story of pain and suffering, as they are also patients at medical and surgical pediatric wards at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope. Many of the children at the ward are being treated for cancer and other serious ailments. But in an effort to bring a little seasonal cheer, Prime Minister Kamla Bissessar visited the children's ward and brought along none other than Santa Claus to share some goodies and treats.
I didn't just come to visit, I came to bring you Santa. Where is Santa? And here's Santa. Welcome, Santa.
And while they ought to be outside playing games and at home with their loved ones, these little tykes got some toys to not only keep them company during their stay at the hospital, but give some comfort and joy. Prime Minister Persad says this remained the true reason of the season and why giving was the center of Christmas.
The good Lord gave us His only begotten Son, the Christ child, on Christmas Day. It's His birthday, but it's also at birthday times we give things. And so God gave us the child, Christ, and the man, Jesus Christ. And so at Christmas time we give back.
Local celebrities, renowned batsman Brian Lara and classical singer Naval Chaitlal, along with reigning Miss Trinidad and Tobago Catherine Miller, got into the festive mood together with Health Minister Dr. Fuad Khan to sing a tune or two to wish the kiddies a Merry Christmas.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Kimberam Calawan, News 4.
Meanwhile, the children at the pediatric wards at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex got a reason to smile, even if it was just for a while. The Prime Minister brought some cheer and cuddly toys to the many children unable to attend her annual treat to collect their toys due to being ill and warded.
Prime Minister Kamla Bissessar unveiled a number of changes expected to make healthcare services more accessible across the country. Speaking at a Christmas treat held for patients at the pediatric ward located at the Eric Williams Medical Center, the PM says outfitting the outpost hospital will commence soon.
Our cabinet approved the proposal for the construction and equipping of a new outpatients clinic building here at the Mount Hope Women's Hospital. The Ministry of Health will work with NIPTEC for the project, management and construction of this project, which will include the construction of 2 new buildings to house a first-stage birth facility and a new outpatients clinic. These buildings will be fully furnished with state-of-the-art medical equipment. The project is estimated to be completed over a period of 15 months, and it will comprise the following main clinics and support services.
The new building is expected to house a number of specialist services, including obstetrics, family planning training offices, and a standby generator system.
Ultrasound rooms, X-ray room, individual standby generator and emergency supply, self-contained parking for staff and visitors, and a recommendation, which was also noted, was to include a satellite pharmacy with its own dispensary, consultant area, pharmacist office, and sub-waiting as part of an enhanced scope of the services for the new outpatients building.
Meanwhile, she added that a new wing of the San Fernando General Hospital, housed at the Chancery Lane complex, will be put to use come January 2014.
The Ministry of Health will embark upon the construction of a new hospital in Port of Spain, 700 beds in Port of Spain, and at that unit also, at the Port of Spain Hospital, there will be a pediatric wing at the new Port of Spain Hospital. As we speak of that, at the moment, the new Chancery Lane Teaching Hospital in San Fernando, attached to the San Fernando General Hospital, is complete. And the first week in, early in the new year, we will open. It is finally complete, yes. That will bring the capacity of beds in San Fernando from 600 existing to an additional 300 to 900 beds in San Fernando.
Kimberly Calawan, News 4.
News 4 continues right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. In Tobago, 19 recipients were indeed grateful for the assistance they received after receiving checks and shared some of the plans they have for the money in Tobago, all in the hopes of developing the people on the island. Vive Steel Orchestra said the band came into existence in 2008 and comprises past and present students of Bishop's High School, Tobago.
Received this check to help finance new band stands as well as bands to help grow our orchestra and promote music literacy on the island.
However, Nero says the band is not limited to Bishop's High School students. Only, in fact, they are welcoming all persons interested in learning music and wanting to be a part of a group that promotes positivity on the island. Susan Sandiford, Executive Officer of the Tobago Institute of Literacy, said her organization is in the process of training tutors to deal with persons who may have fallen through the cracks where literacy is concerned, as their role and function is to teach adult literacy to those said persons in Tobago. She shared what the money given to her by the ministry would be used for.
Adults how to use computers.
President of the Mount St. George Village Council, Junior Kwashi, said the check serves as a reimbursement as they would have hosted a Christmas function on December 1st, which would have consumed most of their funding. They hosted their 4th annual Elderly Citizens Treat as a means of giving back to the seniors in the village. Scarborough Secondary School would have hosted a series of events for their annual diabetes in which they promoted healthy eating and lifestyle habits. Communication studies teacher at the school, Ms. Zorisha Hackett, explains.
Which would have been in the 3rd week of November. This week began with a fruit day, then it went on to a water day, then we had a poster and essay writing competition. On the Thursday we had an aerobics burnout, and on the Friday it ended with our walkathon.
She said the funding was necessary to buy prizes for the aerobics burnout and walkathon, as well as to provide refreshments to those who participated in the event. She also said the school was indeed very pleased and surprised to receive the money, since they would have submitted their proposal late. Permanent Secretary Mrs. Bernadette Solomon Karoma asked the recipients to keep up the good work, which they have been doing, and they should continue working. Well, we get back to spreading the good cheer, and as she continues to do this, the Honorable Kamla Persad Bissessar, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, is also using the opportunity to encourage parents and guardians to do all they can to protect their children.
Stopping over at the BP Recreational Ground in Mayaro, the Honorable Prime Minister's message to the happy children was for them to remember the reason for the season and continue to emulate Jesus Christ in giving and sharing. To the parents, Mrs. Persad Bissessar noted that it was their responsibility to put their children first. But she noted that it did not stop there, as every adult citizen is ultimately responsible for every child in their neighborhood or who they come into contact with on a daily basis.
Parents, caregivers, teachers, I ask you very, very seriously, always know where your child is. Always know where your child is. It is your duty first and foremost, your responsibility, parents, teachers, caregivers, to take care and protect our children. So your first duty is to the child. And even if it is a child of someone else, you still have a duty to protect that child, a responsibility. And if each of us takes that responsibility, then we can better protect our beloved children in this land.
Member of Parliament for Mayaro and Minister of Community Development Winston Peters welcomed and thanked the Honorable Prime Minister for the gift distribution initiative.
And all the parents, and all the guardians, and all the teachers, we really appreciate the fact that you are here with us this afternoon. And I want to say to you that you are gathered here this afternoon because of one reason. And that one reason is because we have a Prime Minister whose love for the children of Trinidad and Tobago and love for children in general has brought us to this point where she believes that she must deliver to every child in Trinidad and Tobago a toy that they deserve. And so, I think that our Prime Minister needs a lusty round of applause from all the children that are here.
The Prime Minister had said that her government had thus far given out over 50,000 presents. Felicia Wilson-Moore, News 4.
Sport is up right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The live sport program is receiving favorable reviews after some early misconceptions. Now, the project, which serves as a redirection for young men on the cusp of society's dark side, can now boast of an average of 80% attendance rating. And it's not just about sport, it's about community, as you will see in this Wayne Cunningham report.
The MOVA live sport program is truly in the spirit of Christmas, as the participants took on a massive project to aid the community of Benjamin Avenue in Never Dirty MOVA. Coordinator Frank Edwards told us more.
With the track, well, it's a walkway that people use, and it has been dilapidated and in need of repair. So we came out as the MOVA Life Sports Center and they do a little self-help to get it into a state of readiness for the people in the area could use. By today, we should finish the casting and getting it ready for the people for the holidays. Other projects in the train is we do little repairs to people's houses if they are in need and it need to be done. We take that upon ourselves, and with the young men in the program, do some work in the community. Other projects in train is that well, for coming up for the carnival season, we intend to approach the people or the captain and manager in the Ebonite Spaniard to see what service we could do for them for the upcoming carnival season. If it's to help clean the yard, pave it, get it in a sense of readiness so other people could use it, and if we could get other people, young people in the community, to be able to use the yard as a space, as a recreational space, that is what we intend to do.
It is not just about the sport for the visitors from Lipscomb University as well, as they give a helping hand to the MOVA program.
About your team's work here in Trinidad with regards, firstly, this project you're working on today.
Well, we are first a university soccer team. And that is what all these young men have been brought to university to do and to study. But there's a broader mission for what we are as a university. We are a Christian university, and we feel that is our Christian mission, as we are all in privileged positions, to help where we can help. And when we came to Trinidad, we came to play football, but really to use it as a platform to spread the gospel and to share our love for Jesus and His Word.
Wayne Cunningham, News 4 Sports.
More news after the break. Sharing is giving and showing love. This as the Prime Minister continues her Christmas toy drive at the Persad Community Centre.
At this time, we celebrate Christmas because the good Lord gave His only begotten Son to save us. And that is one of the reasons why at Christmas time, we give. We give to you as a government. We give to you as an MP. We give to you as a human being. And of course, it's a birthday. When you celebrate the birthday of the child Christ, then you give gifts. So at this time of the year, we join in the tradition of giving. We want you all to have a very blessed, holy, and happy Christmas.
The Honourable Prime Minister said thus far her government has given out over 50,000 toys to children nationwide. She reiterated that government's gift to the entire nation was a well-thought-out plan.
To reach as many people as we can, rice, flour, and oil, as you know, is basic staple. Every house has rice, flour, and oil. And especially at Christmas, there is more, you buy more of it. And so we thought it was a good way to ensure that people have a merrier Christmas. And that way that we're helping, because the food prices, we know they're high. There are things we're doing to try to bring down the food price. The Ministry of Food Production is working on dealing with growing more food in our country, looking for cheaper supplies.
The hamper distribution is part of government's national hamper distribution exercise, spearheaded by the Ministry of the People and Social Development. Felicia Wilson, Mon News 4.
Well, that's how we wrap up this edition of our News 4 report, a product of the Government Information Services Limited and the Ministry of Communications. I'm Nicola Barreto. Thank you for joining us.